Welcome to another reading of Lord Mayor. It's page 3451. The chapter title is titled Mass Darshans in Hamirpur and Andhra. The year is 1954. When Kaikobad was asked why he called Baba God, he replied, "From my experience, I can say that Baba is God." At about 1 a.m., Baba remarked to Keshav, "You have no idea what good fortune is being granted to you at this moment." Then, addressing all those present, Baba continued, "I feel in an extremely good mood now, and although I still do not find it proper to tell about my next advent after 700 years, as I promised to Kumar, this much I can say today, that one time I will tell about it clearly. But this much I can say in my present good mood, that soon God will make me break my silence, which will mean God manifesting himself. And within a short period, humiliation and glorification will come, followed by my violent physical death. I will come back again after 700 years. This much I can say now." Baba's announcement brought tears to the eyes of some, and raising his hand after running his finger on the alphabet board, Baba spelled out through Erich, "Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai." All took up the declaration, repeating it several times. This was the first time that Baba himself had spelled on the board, "Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai." Age also joined their cries. "Jai Avatar Meher Prabhu, may your work be crowned with success." Honoring the auspicious occasion, Mayerji pointed out that, according to the Parsi calendar, Baba's 60th birthday fell on that day, Wednesday, 10 February 1954. Everyone sang happy birthday to him. Keshav recited his poem, Meher Kalisa, and Baba embraced each one lovingly. Several of the Hamirpur men began dancing with joy. At 4:30 a.m., Waman Rao started the refrain, "Yogi Mut Jao." Don't go. Mut Jao, Yogi. And there's a side note there that says, here, Yogi means respected, holy one. But preparations for departure had already begun, and luggage was being packed. Baba had deeply embedded himself in the hearts of his Hamirpur lovers, and so his work was done. He would never really leave. At 5 a.m., the hour of Baba's birth, the program came to an end. Vishnu of Dagwan performed the closing arti and prayers. Dhaka sang the Gujarati arti, and others joined in. Before leaving Maheva, Baba took the Mandali to a spot near Marastana. After returning at about 8 a.m., he sat outside his room and discussed matters with the local workers. The main topic hinged on a difference of opinion between Keshav and Gaya Prasad. "Such differences of opinion among my men have been the same throughout eternity," Baba observed. "Even in the time of Krishna, Ram, Buddha, Jesus, and Muhammad, They are always being brought to my notice. I am in the habit of listening to such disputes since eternity. It breaks the monotony. Until one realizes me, one cannot escape the ego. Even advanced beings cannot escape the egoistic urges. The slightest touch of ego can bring down a fourth planer. One is safe from it only after reaching the fifth plane. So now, who else has some complaint? Pukar began saying something, and Baba interrupted him, saying, Everyone should be free and frank and make the best use of this opportunity I am giving to enable you to unload your minds. None should hesitate to speak freely. After the misunderstanding between Gaya Prasad and Keshav was ironed out, Baba commented, I bring out weaknesses because I love you. Be honest. Weaknesses are there. You should not be afraid of them. You should be afraid of dishonesty. Who doesn't get bad thoughts? They are the foundation of life. No house can stand without its foundation. Thoughts may be best or worst, but one should take care of one's actions. Had it not been for the weaknesses in everyone, there would have been no difference between me and you. He concluded, Very few have the true burning in love. When it starts, don't try to extinguish it. Even my Arjuna failed due to his weakness, which compelled me to give him the experience of universal body. It can also be called my weakness because I gave him the experience to enable Arjuna to carry out my orders. Baba again spelled on the board. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. He stated, Today is my birthday, and it is the first time I have called out my own Jai. Keshav's wife, Sudha Devi, informed Baba that her sister, Lalit Kishori, was on the verge of death. She had contracted a severe case of measles, and the illness had now become life-threatening. Baba went to see the sick woman and consoled and comforted her. On his return, he remarked to Keshav, 99% there is no hope for Lalit, but tell her to take my name continuously until her last breath. Baba suggested some medicine to Keshav's brother, Dr. Devendra, whereby after several days, Lalit completely recovered. As stated previously, Bao's nephew, Virendra Singh, had come to see Baba and was accompanying the group during the Darshan tour. He was studying in college, and Baba gave him 3 instructions before he left. Not to do any bad action, to always be honest, and to love Baba. Baba departed Maristana for Lucknow by car on the 10th of February. Every part of Hamirpur district had been brought to life in his love. The workers became more alert to do his work wholeheartedly, And after making special room in his infinite heart for them, the God-man departed. Acclamations of his Jai thundered as he drove off. Some wept, some remained quiet, controlling their tears, and some continued to shout his name. The Mandali followed by bus, and on the way a wonderful sight met their eyes. Some of the local women were drawing water from a well, singing, Hari Baba, Meher Baba, Hari Hari. Unbeknownst to them, the Lord himself was passing by and heard their spontaneous chant. When the group arrived in Kanpur, Baba asked, "What is the best thing available here to eat?" One of the Hamirpur workers who had accompanied them answered, "Banarsi Barfi," which is a fudge-like sweet. Funny name, Barfi. With everyone following, Baba himself went to a nearby sweetmeat shop to make the purchase, but no one knew why. Barfi was bought, and Baba remained standing in the shop for a few minutes, enjoying the sweet. He asked Erich to inquire who owned the establishment. It was learned that it belonged to Sitaram, a Baba lover who had gone to Hamirpur for Baba's darshan and had not yet returned. Baba had sanctified his premises by stepping in and tasting some of its wares. The group then proceeded to Lucknow. When they arrived there, the Hamirpur workers were sent back. After embracing Keshav, Bhavani Prasad and others, Baba left Lucknow by train and reached Mahabaleshwar on Friday, 12 February 1954. Preparations immediately began for the journey to Andhra. During the previous 2 years, the divine fire had raged through every house in Andhra Pradesh, and centers in Meher Baba's name had been established at various places. People had beseeched Baba for darshan, and arrangements for it had started months before. The people themselves had turned into Baba centers. This time, the entire cost of the journey for Baba and his group was to be met by the Andhra lovers, whereas during the previous visit, lovers from elsewhere had paid their traveling expenses. The same group of individuals who had gone with Baba to Hamirpur accompanied him to Andhra, with the addition of Adi Sr. Francis Brabazon, who had been invited to come to India from Australia for 2 weeks, Krishna Nair, and Shahastra Buddha of Mahabaleshwar. 18 men. Did I miss something? Let's see.
In all, 18 men in all.
Oh, is that all? Okay, thanks. Yeah, 18 men in all. Thanks a lot. The film producer, Gabriel Pascal, was also to have come from America, but could not. Others were told to proceed to Andhra and meet Baba at Vijayawada. These included Gajanan Popali and Abdul Majid Khan from Sauner, Nana Kher, Pankraj, and Deshmukh from Nagpur, and Keshav Nigam, Bhavani Prasad, Sripat Sahai, and Gayakara from Hamirpur. After staying in Mahabaleshwar for a week, on Friday, February 1954, Baba departed for the Pune railway station in Adi's car with Erich, Gustaji, and Krishna. Most of the Mandali had gone to Pune the day before. Early that morning, Baba's devotees from Pune had gathered at the railway station to give him a hearty send off. They included people of all castes and creeds, because in the presence of the Avatar, no such distinctions exist. From the beginning, the Master's followers had abandoned the religious curtain of separation to follow his wishes. Baba walked to an opposite platform using the overbridge, and the crowd followed him there. He sat down on the platform and was surrounded. He met each and every lover. It was at this time that Korasari Kunjan Ramakrishnan, the future secretary of the Pune Center, saw Baba from a distance for the first time. He was so impressed by the magnetic personality of Meher Baba that he thought to himself, I have never seen another man like him. From that day, he was drawn to Baba and began to take interest in working for Baba's cause. Baba and his group entrained for Andhra at 10 a.m. Pendu, Bau, Alaba, and Sidhu piled the luggage on the train, and as it started moving, cries of Baba's Jai resounded. Baba and Erich occupied seats in a second-class coach, as did Adi Sr. and Francis Brabazon, while the other men traveled third class. After one station, Baba got down and entered the Mandali's compartment. There he explained to Francis, I will tell you why I have called you from Australia. I will also tell you what you have to do later on. In the meantime, observe everything in detail, because you will then have to tell me what you have seen and grasp. And the side note says later, Francis wrote a poetic account of the Andhra tour titled Journey with God.
Hmm.
Remember, I am the most divine and at the same time the most human, so much so that no one, not even the rishis, can fathom my depth, because I am infinitely slippery. I do not like the ways and ceremonials in which love for me is expressed, such as garlanding me, in parentheses, performing arti, and so forth. So in Andhra, I will give some other expressions of love to express. Love should be expressed in a way as to give pleasure to the beloved. We're rolling.
Mass darshans in Hamirpur and Andhra, 1954.
Oh, let me just ask you to read just a bit slower than you usually read.
Okay.
You have a lovely way of reading, but a little too quick for my processor.
Okay. Mass darshans in Hamirpur and Andhra, 1954. Once during their journey, when Baba was in the Mandali's third-class compartment, Ramju had an asthma attack and went to rest in Baba's second-class compartment, which was relatively empty. Baba asked someone to call Ramju, and when Baba was informed that Ramju had gone to Baba's compartment, Baba was livid. I have come here to spend time with the Mandali, to give them my company, he fumed. And that fellow goes away? Angrily, he dictated on the board to Vishnu. Say, Ramju Abdullah, you should jump off the train and die. Baba's mood was so upset that the Mandali were trembling. The atmosphere was fraught with tension. Go and tell Ramju this message. Vishnu and Pukar began to cry, thinking if this message were delivered, Ramju would surely jump. Why are you weeping? Baba asked Pukar. Pukar pleaded for Ramju to be forgiven. After some time, Baba said to forget all about it, and his mood improved. At Kurdawadi station, Balnatu hurriedly entered the train and requested that Baba give darshan to the people there. Agreeing, Baba left the compartment. There was a throng of people gathered waiting, and it looked as if it were impossible to take Baba to the third class waiting room. But the Mandali managed, surrounding him on all sides. Baba, however, could not be seen by everyone, which gave rise to a disgruntled clamor. To satisfy the crowd, Baba stood on a tea counter and then on top of a cupboard so that all could see him. Everyone was eager to rush forward to offer flowers and fruit, and pushing and shoving began. After much difficulty, Baba was led back to his coach, and cries of his Jai reverberated as the train steamed out of the station. When the train stopped at Sholapur, Ramakrishna, Jaju, and Maniben Parekh besieged Baba to grant darshan to the crowd gathered there. So Baba went out of the station where a multitude was waiting. He dictated this message. Until I break my silence, I hear through you and speak through you. To know me, you are to love me. I am one of you. Through love, you can know me. One of the aspects of God is infinite honesty. If you do service to people with honesty, that too is love. One who loves me so as to forget himself can know my real self. God cannot be explained. He listens to the language of the heart. After the message was delivered, Baba immediately returned to his coach and took his seat in the second class compartment as the train steamed away. At night, when the train halted at a station, Baba sent for Pendu, Bao, and Sidhu and reproved them, saying, You people sleep while I keep awake. Have you no shame? Pendu replied, Who says we were sleeping? We were awake all the time. Where is the time for us to sleep? Threatening Bao and Sidhu, Baba told them to return to Mehrabad at the next station stop, asking, What is the use of your coming with me? The actual fact was that Jaibhai, Alaba, Dake, Chagan, Gustaji, Kishan Singh, Krishna, Krishna Ji, Kumar, and Shastra were indeed sleeping, whereas Pendu, Bao, and Sidhu were the only ones awake. Yet they were reprimanded. When the others found out, this reproof from Baba awakened all. Again at the next station, Baba sent for Bao, and with a curious look asked, For what purpose have you come with me? I was asleep, and someone's banging on my door disturbed me. Why don't you step down at every station and come to me so that you can make certain that no one enters my compartment and wakes me up? Meanwhile, Baba forgave Sidhu and permitted all the men to sleep. But until their return to Mahabaleshwar 2 weeks later, Bao had to get down at each and every stop, day or night, and stand guard in front of Baba's door. The train arrived in Vijayawada at 8:20 p.m. on Saturday, 20th February 1954. The platform was packed with Baba's lovers and devotees. Cries of Baba's Jai filled the air. Chinta Sarvaro, his business partner, Majeti Rama Mohan Rao, and the chief organizer of the Vijayawada program, Manikayala Rao, rushed to Baba's compartment and garlanded him. Those who had come from Sauner, Nagpur, and Hamirpur joined the group in Vijayawada. Among them was Kishan Singh's son, Madan, who had come from Delhi to film the programs. On alighting, Baba was profusely garlanded by others. To lead Baba away through the throng was difficult, but the Mandali carefully guided him outside the station, where a car bedecked with flowers was waiting. Baba was driven to Majeti Rama Mohan Rao's family residence, where he was to stay. The Mandali followed by bus. After Baba settled in, Chinta and Majeti's families met Baba, as did the family of Manikyala Rao and the chief Andhra workers. His arti was sung, and afterward he gave instructions to the workers organizing the various darshan programs. While instructing them, Baba stated, "I want every worker of Andhra, whether small or big, to be present on March 2nd for a meeting. What I want to explain to all workers, I will explain then, because this is my last trip to Andhra. And after this program, another will be held at Ahmednagar on March 21st. After that, there will be no more programs, except only the last program when I shall speak. I want to explain this to all the workers. So arrange that anyone whom KDRM, referring to the four men, Kutumba Shastri, Dhanapathy, Ranga Rao, Mallikarjuna Rao, think would work for me should be present." The Mandali stayed at Kanyaka Parameshwari Dharmashala, while Erich, Chagan, Sidhu, and Merji remained with Baba. The group was to go to Guntur the next day. This time, Dharma Rao had made the best arrangements by hiring a car, a bus, a van, and a jeep, and he drove Baba's car. At 6:30 a.m. on Sunday, 21st February, 1954, the Mandali assembled before Baba at his residence. "How did you sleep?" he asked them, and then commented, "If you sleep 2 minutes of my sleep, you would become God realized." Baba informed Dhanapathy Rao, "On the 2nd of March, I want all workers present, small and big, every one of them, because work must be done honestly or stopped. I work since ages. I am the only one who works. But if you want to share my work, then it must be done honestly. No compromise, no competition, no ego tickling, lest it spoil the work. Wherever I go, people don't even know who I am. As soon as they hear my name, they flock to me, but they don't know anything about me. This morning at 5:50 a.m., I have dictated 3 messages. I know messages mean nothing since eternity. The only message is to make one like me. Baba concluded, I am most slippery. You will never catch hold of me because, being divine, I am also very human. Only if you lose your will 100% in my will you know me, otherwise not. In comparison to the real experience of oneness, all other experiences are useless. Today I am happy, Baba said, and then he asked Erich to read out the 3 messages that Baba had dictated. The first message was, do not listen to the voice of the mind. Listen to the voice of the heart. Mind wavers. Heart does not falter. Mind fears. Heart is not daunted. Mind is the house of doubts, reasonings, and theories. Heart, when purified, becomes the dwelling of beloved God. So get your heart rid of low desires, temptations, and selfishness, and God will manifest in you as your own self. The second message was, be content with your lot, rich or poor, happy or miserable. Understand that God has designed it for your own good, and be resigned to his will. You eternally were and always will be. You have had innumerable forms, man, woman, beautiful, ugly, strong, weak, healthy, sickly, powerful, helpless, and here you are again with another such form. Until you get spiritual freedom, you will be invested with many other forms. So why seek temporary relief, which has in its wake more bindings? Ask God not for money, fame, power, health, or children, but seek his grace of love, which would lead you to eternal bliss. The third message read, for the rich, I am the richest. For the poor, I am the poorest. For the literate, I am the most literate. For the illiterate, I am the most illiterate. Thus I am one of you, one with you, and one in you. We are all one. To realize this oneness, love God wholeheartedly and honestly, sacrificing everything at the altar of this supreme love, and you will realize the beloved within you. E. N. Murti complained to Baba that KDRM had not fixed any darshan program in his hometown of Penugonda, and the people there were extremely eager for his darshan. A heated argument ensued among the workers. Baba, in the end, agreed to go to Penugonda for 5 minutes on the 24th. Baba and the group left for Guntur, 20 miles from Vijayawada. KDRM and other workers went along. After driving parallel to the pleasant scenery of the Krishna River and its canal, they reached Guntur at 9:15 a.m. Footnote.
The Krishna River is also known as the Kistna River. End of note.
Mahdi Sudarshanan had made elaborate arrangements, and Baba was heartily welcomed with the firing of guns. Baba met Sudarshanam's family and then began giving darshan to women. The heaps of flowers, fruits, and sweetmeats seen in Andhra defied description. Mounds and mounds of them collected wherever Baba went. Those coming for darshan had been told not to touch Baba's feet or nor bow to him. So they quickly passed in front of him with folded hands. After darshan to the women of Guntur, Baba went to Sudarshanam's house and sat in their puja room, where a life-size painting of him was kept. The women of the family sang his arti with tear-filled eyes. At 9:35 a.m., Baba proceeded to the place where a Sai Baba temple was under construction, under the auspices of the Sai Samaj, A fully adorned throne was kept as Meher Baba's seat, but he sat on the floor instead. He touched Sai Baba's photograph and also the foundation stone of the temple and said, I feel very happy on this occasion. This grand old man, Sai Baba, was and is a unique personality in the spiritual world. And he knows, and only a few like him who are the personification of perfection know, that I am the Ancient One. Baba and the Mandali then set out for the Mass Darshan Pandal tent in Guntur at a municipal park, where a welcome address was given and his arti sung. Maybe somebody else could read now?
Yes, let's just pause for Rosalie if you wish to read.
Oh, I found this wish. Okay, we're right from after.
Correct.
After various other speeches, like we had, Ramju read out Baba's message on real darshan given in Dehradun. At 10:30, Baba spelled on the alphabet board, "We are all one. Every one of you has the infinite within, and yet, because of ignorance, everyone feels some kind of helplessness. It is a mighty divine joke that everyone, being most powerful and blissful, feels most weak and miserable. The very moment the ignorance goes, you become the infinite source of all power and bliss. And as I am within you all, I can authoritatively say that if you love me with all your heart, so as to lose yourself in me, this ignorance will go. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Poor, rich, literate, illiterate, small, big, all can love me by ardently thinking of me, which requires no ceremony and no other efforts. You can also love me by rendering selfless service to humanity. The term selfless service has been so commonly used that the purpose is lost in the very mentioning of it. You serve others only when you do it even at the cost of your own happiness. And in your mind, even the thought of having served does not exist. Wow. Now I am giving good news to myself that soon I will have to get rid of this alphabet board and break my silence, as I really am fed up with this silence. Baba started distributing prasad, and heaps of flowers and fruit accumulated. Baba began handing out some of the garlands. I can't see the edge there, and the devotees, thrilled at being the recipients of such a gift, preserved them in their homes as precious mementos. God's roving eyes cast rays in all directions. Age reported, and the Darshanites bathed in them. The rays pierced their hearts, transforming them into cups of wine. And as the wine's intoxicating effect took hold, Meher Baba alone was before their eyes. For weeks weeks afterwards, they forgot the world and its affairs and basked in the light. Nearly 5,000 people gathered in Gunter. When Baba was about to leave after the darshan, a boy came running toward him. Prostrating himself, he laid his head on Baba's feet. Baba had forbidden this sort of obeisance. And so, in return, he put his head on Erich's feet and revealed, the boy is on the path. Baba and the Mandali had their lunch at Sundarshanams at 11:25 a.m. Baba first sat on the decorated veranda where chairs had been placed for the Mandali to eat.
They were going to eat the chairs?
Yeah, they're edible. You know, allow enough time for mastication. He then came down and walked on the lawn for a few minutes. Finally, after sitting on the ground for a while, Baba washed his hands and retired to his room, where he took his meal and rested. At about 1 p.m., Baba called the Mandali to his room. The young lad, whom Baba remarked was on the path, was sitting beside him on the bed, singing devotional songs and energetically gesturing with his hands. Baba motioned to him to sing a song about Mahadev, Shiva, which he did with utmost love. One of the local Baba lovers, Baba workers, said, Baba, Gunter is famous for its devotional singers. Pointing to the boy, Baba replied, real devotional music is here. In his intoxication, the boy began a speech about Baba, and Baba embraced him and handed him a locket with his picture on it. Taking him on his lap, Baba told the boy, remember that Baba is God. At 1:30 p.m., Baba left to return to Vijayawada. On the way, he visited the traditional holy places of Ramnan, Onikara, and a temple dedicated to Ram, where his arti was performed. Arriving in Vijayawada at 4 o'clock, Baba went straight to the Darshan Pandal at Rama Mandram, where a large crowd had collected. He was profusely garlanded and his arti was performed. At one point, Baba suddenly stepped down from the dais and sitting on the ground among the people said, I want you to feel that I am one of you. And that is why I am now sitting here on the ground with you all. I am on the level of each of you, whether poor or rich, small or big. I am like each of you. But I am approachable only to those who love me. Only those who can lose themselves in my love will find themselves in me. This is not idle talk, but an authoritative statement. Eternally, I have been and will always be the slave of my lovers. Baba's sister Mani said to me one time, Baba gives us the highest authority. He gives us the authority to love him. Why had Baba left the stage so suddenly? Some pundits, learned men of the Hindu scriptures and philosophy, were present thinking, here is this man who calls himself God and is comfortably reclining on the sofa. People garland him and perform his arti. He is relaxing there on a couch while we are here sitting on the ground in the sun. How can anyone call him God? But when Baba himself sat on the ground and gave the message, they came to understand his conscience and felt ashamed.
So
After
that
the
understand his omniscience.
oh, thank you. His
You're welcome.
omniscience, probably the same, and felt ashamed. After the darshan function, the pundits spoke about the incident to others, who then discovered why Baba had left the stage. Wow. Whoa, look at that.
What cool picture, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at sweet Baba, looks so sweet.
Yeah, and the
Erich, beautiful.
yeah. Who's on Erich's right?
I don't know. That may be someone from the vicinity. I don't recognize it of one of the Mandali, but I don't know.
Yeah, and the fellow to Baba's right also is an
Yeah,
unusual looking man. Yeah.
yeah.
Is that a
Yeah.
picture of this actual incident where he was sitting on the ground? It looks like it. This
Might
It
be.
looks like it, yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder if that's the boy.
Oh, wow.
Boy, look at
Yep.
look at the little boy.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it says
Wow.
Andhra, February 1954. So
Wow.
Ah,
Great. Oh, it's a wonderful photo. What?
it is. Wow.
oh,
Especially
everybody,
when knowing the story.
I know. It's wonderful to know that story.
Look at Eric's look on his, so intense.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Baba. Wow. Oh,
Ah,
have you,
yeah.
oh,
did y'all
Baba.
Look at
take
the little
a,
boy looking up. I think that must be him, huh? But they just said boy. They didn't
Didn't say how old.
yeah. But wow, wow.
hey folks, we'll pick up here next week. I'll just stop the recording.